Time is of the essence in a fast-paced world of investments. Fading is the cardinal sin. Bitcoin, my friends, is the game changer. Don't procrastinate. Secure your future now. I predict a Bitcoin surge to 300,000 this year, said Kiyosaki. The clock is ticking. Act now, and you might just be on the brink of $1 million breakthrough. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. So let's start off with 1 week of 10,000 gains, 1 week of consolidation 3 times each, which is 100,000 Bitcoin by Halloween alone. How to make your family financially free. Study Bitcoin, cut expenses, increase income, and buy a lump sum of Bitcoin. Set up weekly recurring buys and keep studying Bitcoin. Teach your kids about Bitcoin. That's just simple as that. I sold almost all my Bitcoin to go all in on Ethereum, and I believe this breakout is happening any moment now, where we are going to see a huge price on the Ethereum and above the $5,000 as a previous all-time high. We need to start celebrating half coiners. Anyone with 35,000 to secure half of one Bitcoin will be a legend in the future. If you think Bitcoin ETFs in an Roth IRA is too good to be true, look into HSA's the best tax advantage account ever created. So triple tax advantage. Pre-tax income can be contributed, tax-free capital gains, tax-free withdrawals for qualified expenses. So to solve the healthcare cost crisis. Next up we go for interest in Bitcoin is hitting an all-time high everywhere in the world. And everywhere means every single country in the world, and Bitcoin is hitting its all-time high even by the US dollar. So that's pretty crazy, right? With 100,000 Bitcoin, this video has my prediction laid out. It also covers the ETF update for this past week, as ETFs now hold 800,000 Bitcoin, and after 41 trading sessions, 4,438 a trading session, and on trend to buy 124,000 Bitcoin by Halloween and 19,800 Bitcoin by the end of the year, which is almost a billion by the end of the year. Almost a million by the end of the year. We had a following: Bitcoin touching a new all-time high, pull back to 60,000 and recovering, Bitcoin back to 68,000 and accumulating there. Bitcoin breaking strongly 69,000, making a new all-time high of 70,000. Pull back to 66,000 and then Bitcoin moving to 66,700 and 68, and today accumulation above the 69,000. There's the big selling pressure at 70,000, but it's only a matter of time to get it exhausted. So Monday in the last week has always been a big day for the ETF, and this weekend there has been the news of Bitcoin making a new all-time high. We are really close to even bigger the all-time high than we have, as we likely start the week off with a bang, courtesy of the short sellers looking to get squeezed at $70,000. New highs are incoming. TikTok, Bitcoin, here we go. Mark this date, January 2025. New Bitcoin fact. Did you know that historically Bitcoin has taken an average of 43 weeks to reach its all-time high after breaking previous records? 2013, 41 weeks, 2017, 42 weeks, 2020, 46 weeks. And based on this pattern, since we hit an all-time high this week, the next cycle top could be in January 2025. And it's pretty soon, I would say. Billionaire hedge fund investor Bill Ackman suggested Bitcoin could go to infinity and collapse the economy. If demand continues to rise, maybe I should buy some Bitcoin. I told you I see Bitcoin going up for 10 years straight. Big breaking news, El Salvador goes big on Bitcoin, as El Salvador is up $75 million on their Bitcoin holdings. Next up, Bitcoin is just 30,000 away from 100,000, and it took just 45 days from Bitcoin to go from $39,000 to $69,000, and it will take that for 45 days again to reach 100,000 before the halving. Most of the Bitcoin community likes to watch the Bitcoin to fiat chart. I love watching the Satoshi per dollar chart. We'll get to parity and with it, hyper-Bitcoinization. Sidelined capital in crypto pales in comparison to sidelined capital in TradFi. There's over 6.35 trillion sitting on the US market funds. Just 1% of the money moving to Bitcoin would equate to 6 times the ETF flows we have seen thus far. The paying trade is higher. Tick tock. It took the Bitcoin network 15 years to go from having no value to being worth $1 trillion. And in the next 15 years, I think the Bitcoin network will be worth more than 100 trillion, and one Bitcoin equals $4.7 million approximately. Robert Kiyosaki advises investors to invest in Bitcoin now. According to Robert Kiyosaki, investors must find a way to include Bitcoin in their asset portfolios. The biggest mistake you can make is to procrastinate. The author of Rich Dad Poor Dad predicts Bitcoin will hit 300,000 this year, in the line with his bullish predictions for the world's largest crypto in recent years. The biggest mistake any investor can make today is to put off purchasing Bitcoin even if they just invest a small portion of their overall portfolio. This is according to Robert Kiyosaki, a renowned author of The Financial Pundit, who says Bitcoin is set to gain a five-fold before the year ends. Kiyosaki, who broke into the limelight as the author of the massively popular personal finance book Rich Dad Poor Dad, has been a vocal Bitcoin fan for years. Earlier this year, he predicted that Bitcoin would hit around 150,000 as Crypto News Flash reported at the time. This week he has doubled this prediction and projecting that the top crypto would skyrocket to $300,000. He told his 2.5 million X followers that Bitcoin is on fire, that the biggest mistake they can make is to procrastinate on Bitcoin investment. And according to Kiyosaki, the most important thing is to start today, even if an investor puts just $500. Bitcoin is on fire, the biggest mistake you can make is to procrastinate, and important to start even if only for $500. Next stop, $300,000 per Bitcoin in 2024. As Bitcoin has been on a wild run this year, as the crypto started the year at 42,000, but following the SEC's approval of spot ETFs, it surged to retest its all-time high north of 69,000 and in trades at 67,662 at the press time, gaining a 1.11% on the day and 8.8% for the week. Its traded volume has cooled down, settling at $41.2 billion for the past day and a 25% deep. The top crypto's market cap is at $1.3 trillion, bigger than Facebook's parent company. Meta. Only 6 companies globally are bigger. So invest in Bitcoin, Kiyosaki says. Since the fourth quarter of the last year, cryptocurrencies have been on a bullish rally and the Bitcoin has been among the standouts. The top crypto was trading around the 25,000 as of the September last year, and since then has shot up by 170%, and analysts believe it still has higher heights to climb. Kiyosaki has continued to advise investors to put their money in Bitcoin, and with the spot ETFs now trading in the US, even the most sophisticated investors have no excuse not to put the top crypto in their portfolios. And according to ARK Invest, the investment firm run by Cathie Wood, investors should put at least 19.4% of their portfolio in the Bitcoin for optimal returns. As CNF reported, ARK's Big Ideas report months ago revealed just how far Bitcoin has come in the first ever report, as ARK recommend an allocation of just 0.5%, and with an ETF now factored into Bitcoin's price, the next big event for the crypto is the halving, which is due in 41 days alone. And as captured by Jason Williams, the author of Bitcoin Hard Money You Can't Fuck With, the halving makes Bitcoin the hardest money in the history of humanity. So that's what we have for today's video, and if you're interested in more, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.